My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 7th December 2021. The focus of our reflection. The operating principles of God are totally in contrast to those of the world. Judgment and condemnation, hardness and unforgiveness are the ways of the world. But tenderness, forgiveness and restoration are God's ways and marks. Jesus presents himself as the good shepherd, but this shepherd is a totally different class. He does not abandon the strayed sheep to its fate. He does not condemn it for its fault. He abandons the 99 sheep, exposing them to risk from the wild animals. He goes in search of the lost sheep. When he finds it, he rejoices and carries it back. The point here is not the logic or wisdom of leaving the 99. The focus is on God's forgiving and condescending mercy. There is no rejection or condemnation on the part of God. It is never the will of God that anyone should be lost or perish. The vivid picture of God as a shepherd in the first reading from Isaiah comes very much alive and tangible in Jesus. He feeds his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs in his arms. He will carry them in his bosom and gently lead those that are with young. Truly, he comforts his people. He pardons the iniquities of his people. He announces good tidings to them, those who are afraid and afflicted. It is this image of God that we need to transmit to a world that is sick with aggression and retaliation on one hand, and fear and depression on the other hand. The world needs a healing God, a caring and self-giving God. The world desperately needs good tidings, the gospel of comfort and confidence. Therefore, we as people of God should be the heralds and the emissaries of God. We need to prepare the way of the Lord in the wilderness, make straight the paths in the desert, lift up the valleys, lower the hills and mountains, level the unleveled, and smoothen the rough places. And now the direction and the directive of our life. Convince the world which is accustomed to shallow promises that the word of our God will stand forever. The grass withers, the flower fades, but God's assurance abides.